Well, the Maple Leafs are in Philadelphia to wrap up their season series. An optional skate for them as they get ready for the Flyers. The Flyers not only get ready for the Maple Leafs, but Eric Lindros, as they'll retire his number, the 6th ever Flyer to be accorded such honor. And Joe Bowen, as we look forward to tonight's game, your memories of the Big E, and we did have a chance to see him, albeit for 33 games as a Maple Leaf.
Yeah, and he got off to a great start. Then a wrist injury really felled him, and as you mentioned, just 33 games played. Boy, I would like to have had him when he first arrived in this league, though. He was literally a man playing with boys. He was so big and so physical, and unfortunately, I think for Eric, throughout his career, no one would challenge him until he actually got to the NHL, and then of course he ran into Kasperitis, and he ran into Scott Stevens, and concussion issues really prevented him from putting up the kind of numbers that would have been just astronomical. But he dominated a game, he really did, and that Legion of Doom line was something to watch.
Into the Hall of Fame a couple of years ago, he will be donned high above the rafters here, his famous number 88, and who better to talk about a guy from London, Ontario, but well, another guy from London, Ontario as well, the Leafs, Nazem Kadri.
Did you ever cross paths with Lindros, being a London guy or anything?
Yeah, I've met him several times, and he's unbelievable guy. Got lots to say about him. You know, great mentor, great professional, great role model, just all around very genuine and generous guy. So I enjoyed meeting him, and you know, I think everyone else did too.
What's the most surprising thing about him? Is it shaking hands and seeing those big mitts?
Yeah, he's just like a big teddy bear. I mean, he's just so nice. And but when I would watch highlights, and he had a little bit of a mean streak to him too. So I think he, you know, defined the game and kind of created that position of a big forward. And he was, you know, ultimately the first one that was able to come in and do what he did. And it was unfortunate that, you know, it had to end quicker than he wanted to. But he's just such a nice guy, and you know, very generous and genuine.
I think you've done it well against the Leafs this season so far.
You know, I think we've done a good job of putting pressure on their D. You know, they're, you know, a really good team in transition. So, you know, you don't turn pucks over in the neutral zone. You try to get them deep. You try to grind their D down. And, you know, I think, you know, teams are being successful. You know, when you are successful against the Leaf, I think that's the way you got to play. You don't want to do a run and gun type of game because, you know, they got a ton of skill up front.
An optional skate for the Maple Leafs in Philadelphia today, so we will go with the projected lineup. It looks like Frederic Gauthier remains in the lineup as fourth-line center. Dominic Moore will be a healthy scratch yet again. The healthy scratches tonight perceived to be Borgman, Levo, and Moore as the Leafs get ready to take on the Flyers here tonight. Game time 7 o'clock on Sportsnet Ontario. Joe and Jim will have the call on radio and TSN 1050 Toronto. Our coverage here on Leafs Nation Network set to begin at 6 o'clock with Molson Canadian Leafs Game Day. Joe and I will see you then.